Did you get my email on the homeless thing? Yesterday, I believe. I found an ordinance that Louisville has that will work better for the camping thing. We would just have to change. It doesn't affect our campsites that we have. It just affects those, and they've got a lot of language in there that, well, we'd have to change, you know, who it says it is and all that. If you don't. I'll send it again.
See, my
I was
computer-
having help.
My computer won't let me send it, it'll say you didn't attach something, you know, like you'll hit that.
Well, I had puppies helping me.
We got sold.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, Bonnie, all rise. We're gonna say a little prayer and then, thank you, allegiance. Thank you, Bonnie.
Heavenly Father, thank you for letting us gather here today. Thank you for all your forgiveness of the sins as we walk each day. Thank you for this beautiful world that you gave us, and most of all, thank you for your Son and your sacrifice for us to give us everlasting life. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bonnie. All right, I now call the meeting to order. Like roll call?
Ms. Carter?
Here.
Ms. Bly?
Here.
Ms. Enlow?
Here.
Mr. Hibbert?
Here.
Deb is out. Mr. Newton?
Here. Thank you. Next, approval of the 6/9/22 special meeting minutes. Entertain a motion?
Motion.
Okay, Lisa Carter.
Second.
Second, Stacy Turner. All in favor? Send my hand raised. Okay, five on there. Thank you, council. So we have another one on there, and it's, approval of the minutes, 6/13/22. That's the regular meeting minutes. Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Lisa Carter.
Second.
Stacy Klein, thank you, thank you. Okay, all in favor? All hands are up, thank you.
No vote.
Okay, no,
Because I
okay.
was chairing the meeting.
Kenny was no,
Oh.
was chairing the meeting, yeah,
Okay.
okay, good. We got that corrected, all right, thank you. Now, new business. This is, request to surplus old phones. I believe you have a list there in front of you. I believe Darren told us about that before the meeting that I missed. Okay, 34 of them. Okay. Okay.
Motion to surplus the old phones.
Okay, motion by Bonnie.
Second.
Second by Kenny. Bonnie and Kenny. Thank you, all in favor? Well, okay, good, surplus, good. Okay. Next is, council approval for land acquisition on Highway 44 West. All right, so will this be our executive session? Can we bump it to the end?
We can discuss in executive session, can we go into executive session and make sure we're all on the same page about
Right.
what's going on, and then we can come back out and do a vote if that's what needs to happen,
Okay.
if that
Yeah.
suits the council.
Y'all, does that suit y'all?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, so, you wanna do it at the end or a little
Yeah,
later, or-
that's, whatever you
Y'all
want to do.
wanna do
Mayor,
that
that's-
now, or
makes
just wait
sense.
till
At
the-
end,
Wait
yeah.
till
Do it at the end,
end's
okay.
fine.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, new business B, we're gonna roll it to the end of the meeting there. You're not gonna table, just roll it to the same agenda at the bottom. Okay. All right, C is, Tammy Baker's gonna have first reading of ordinance 022-056.
Ordinance number 022-056, an ordinance pursuant to KRS 81A.412, annexing into the city of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, 44.595 acres of unincorporated territory of property located east of Highway 61, west of Interstate 65, north of Conestoga Parkway, also known as parcel 045-000-00-003, and owned of record by SP2 LLC by consent of all property owners of record of the property. Whereas Kentucky Revised Statute 81A.412 provides that a city may annex any area meeting the requirements of Kentucky Revised Statute 81A.410 if each of the owners of record of the land to be annexed gives prior consent in writing to the annexation. Be it ordained by the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, Section 1. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky finds that the areas to be annexed, described in and depicted on the attached Exhibit A, and incorporated herein by reference as if set out in full, were adjacent or contiguous to the city's boundaries at the time the annexation proceeding was begun. Section 2. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky finds that by reason of population density, commercial, industrial, institutional, or governmental use of land or subdivision of land, the areas to be annexed described in and depicted on the attached Exhibit A are urban in character or suitable for development for urban purposes without unreasonable delay. Section 3. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky finds that each of the owners of record of the land to be annexed, described here and below, has given consent in writing to the annexation. Section 4. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky does hereby annex the territory described in and depicted on the attached Exhibit A. Section 5. This ordinance shall take effect upon publication. Section 6. Should any section, clause, line, paragraph, or part of this ordinance be held unconstitutional or invalid for any reason, the same shall not affect the remainder of this ordinance. Section 7. Parts of any ordinances in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. Given first reading at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky on the 27th day of June 2022, to be given second reading at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky on the 11th day of July 2022.
Thank you, and I believe we have an attorney here, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, can you speak your name?
It's Emily Vessels.
Okay. Any questions for the attorney?
I got a quick question for,
Sure.
do these need a sponsor?
Generally, an ordinance needs a sponsor.
So we'll do it as a first or second reading?
I would do it at the first reading if
First
you're
one,
gonna
okay.
sponsor it.
I'll sponsor it if nobody else has.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, sounds good. All right, now, any questions for the attorney? All right. I believe we're good. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Unless was there anything you wanted to say?
No,
to council
I
about?
was just ready, just handed you guys some exhibits in case you needed it, so, yeah,
Thank you.
great.
Thank
Thank you. I think I'm also doing the next one as well.
Oh, the next one, okay, all right, good. All right, so next, Tammy Beck's gonna have read first reading ordinance 022-057.
Ordinance number 022-057, an ordinance pursuant to KRS 81A.412, annexing into the city of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, 45.233 acres of unincorporated territory of property located east of Interstate 65, west of Valley View Drive, north and west of Park Loop Road, bound on the north by Kentucky Highway 480, also known as parcels 046-000-00-022 and 046-000-00-022A, and owned of record by Zelia Gay Duval Isbell and Virginia Lee Orr by consent of all property owners of record of the property. Whereas Kentucky Revised Statute 81A.412 provides that the city may annex any area meeting the requirements of Kentucky Revised Statute 81A.410 if each of the owners of record of the land to be annexed gives prior consent in writing to the annexation. Be it ordained by the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, Section 1. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky finds that the areas to be annexed described in and depicted on the attached Exhibit A and incorporated herein by reference as if set out in full were adjacent or contiguous to the city's boundaries at the time the annexation proceeding was begun. Section 2. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky finds that by reason of population density, commercial, industrial, institutional, or governmental use of land or subdivision of land, the areas to be annexed described in and depicted on the attached Exhibit A are urban in character or suitable for development for urban purposes without unreasonable delay. Section 3. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky finds that each of the owners of record of the land to be annexed, described here and below, has given consent in writing to the annexation. Section 4. The City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky does hereby annex the territory described in and depicted on the attached Exhibit A. Section 5. This ordinance shall take effect upon publication. Section 6. Should any section, clause, line, paragraph, or part of this ordinance be held unconstitutional or invalid for any reason, the same shall not affect the remainder of this ordinance. Section 7. Parts of any ordinances in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed. given first reading at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, on the 27th day of June, 2022, to be given second reading at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, on the 11th day of July, 2022.
Thank you. All right, the council's here for any questions. Any questions from the city council to the attorney?
In this drawing,
Yes.
is this the one parcel?
It's both parcels. It's 497,564 and then 497,561.
I'm sorry, thank you.
And these two sections are here on the,
On the road page.
yes, that's the City of Shepherdsville
Yeah,
map.
completely surrounded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it is. And that's why it was completely surrounded by city annexation.
right.
Any other questions? Okay, you got any questions or anything?
Oh, no, that
Okay.
was it, just showing you guys this.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. Next, City Attorney Tammy Baker's have first reading ordinance 022059.
Okay, Mayor, do we want to discuss this at all first? The way the budget is
Oh,
drafted,
okay,
is it,
yeah.
it's whatever you want, Mayor. But the way it's drafted is with the 10% raise for the employees. Do you all want me to go on and do the first reading with it this way? And here's the only reason why I ask, if that gets voted down at some point, and I realize you're not gonna vote tonight, but we'll have to start over with the new first reading if the numbers are gonna change. That's the only reason why I bring it up.
I asked, is Gayla here, or Tanya? I asked them about the CPAs that we had, CPI. Darren, you know what I had them researching? A little bit of. Yeah,
Can you maybe go get them and see if they?
yeah, let me step out, because I had some information that would help you on the side. Like I said, if there's some knowledge out there that you know, we haven't told them, so. All right.
I guess the piece that I would tell you is that we've talked about raises since March, and we're still now down to the wire.
Yeah.
The other thing, when looking at the numbers, when we give flat raises or 20%, 20 cents, 30 cents, 60 cents, it really hurts the employees. It doesn't balance their raises out over time. It should go, there should be a long-term or consistent plan on how raises are given out. Raises should be consistent. We should know where we stand against our peers via studies, and we must look at the labor market. And the current labor market it's an employee market. You know, it's not easy to get fire department and police department officers in and trained. If we have to hire a police officer off the street, we have to pay him to go to training for almost a year before we get any work. And those are things that you have to be considered, because we can't afford to lose 6 to 10 police officers to Metro. And if they're gonna be paid 16 to 24% more, we're going to. So,
So this, 022059, is that the 10%?
that is at 10%.
And so the Department for Local Government every year gives the city guidance on what the raises should be,
Mhm.
right? Can you all tell the council whether the employees have been getting those raises like the DLG recommended?
Some years they were, but then in 2015, 16, and 17, they did not.
What
I
was
didn't
that?
go back past 2015.
2015, 2016?
16 and 2017.
Okay.
2017, it was 2.1%, and they got 30 cents.
That was across the board?
Yeah,
Yes.
Based on what your hourly rate is, some is, when
Yeah.
you do that flat percentage,
right.
it affects.
It's a better percentage for some and a lower percentage for
Right,
others, yeah.
and it's
because- yeah.
hard because of our payroll structure, and I know that that has come up and we have, where we have incentives. So in the sewer department, we have incentives that they can increase their pay by $17 an hour through incentives. And it's different per each department. So it is, you know, that's why we were working to try to get away from incentives because of that. And then the raises are given on base pay. So raises are not a simple process, but once you come up with a process that you like, it should be applied consistently year over year over year. That doesn't mean it's the same amount. It just means that you're applying the process the same.
So what concerned me is when I heard that today, when I had asked y'all to look into it, is whenever the sewer rate jumped that high, it was from lack of not doing the CPI, and we had to throw the 66%.
Yes, yes.
You never wanna do that again,
Right.
so I'm figuring that's probably why we looking at the 10, because if you would've had the 2.1 and then the 1.8 instead of the,
Right.
just a cents, we would be closer to not having to ask for the 10.
Right,
Right.
and we are affected by the labor market.
Yeah.
You know, the labor market, I mean, everybody knows there are not enough employees. I don't know where they went, but there are not.
Yeah. So,
You
so
know,
when does
so-
that CPI come out? January from the
It comes out
Department of
every
Labor?
month.
Oh,
They
every
do
month?
one every month, and it's month over month, year over year, so they'll compare it. I think May of 2022 is 8.6% higher. It
Right.
costs you 8.6% more in May of 2022 than it did in May of 2021.
Crazy.
So-
DLG comes out in January.
Yes.
I think it's
Yes.
January.
So
Yes.
that's just
Okay,
what it is.
and that's what we try to
Right.
use, is set that on.
Right.
So it'd be nice if you had a compass. It's taxpayer money, you had a
Yeah.
compass, and let them tell us, here's what you should be getting.
Mm-hmm.
Get 2.1, then it's cut dry, you get, if you have it, you know, you can do that.
Just have to
Next
use
year,
the
1.7.
Process.
Same method,
Yeah.
Every year, you can't,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I know at the budget workshop the other day, the mayor asked to take a straw poll, and, I was riding the fence, and I am for the 7%, but as I sit here and hear what you all say, and as I listen to, the people that voted for the occupational tax, which was not me, that actually is gonna influence the employees because they're working here, and that's gonna cut them back more.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So, I know Bonnie and
Yeah.
Kenny was for the 10, and I did speak to Deb, I hope I can say this on record, she did say she was in favor of 7%, but she's not, she probably won't be here at the next meeting. I don't know, do you, Mike or Lisa, do you all have a opinion on that? The 10 or the 7?
When you were talking about percentages, does that have to be across the board for everybody? Can you do a different percentage in one department over another based on?
I don't think you
based
wanna
on
do that.
scale?
I don't think-
I'm just asking if they can.
Well,
Sure they
of
can.
course we can.
Sure they can.
Of course we
Yeah.
can. It truly affects employee morale. And, I have not ever worked any place that happened. So,
I don't think you should do that, I mean.
But the answer is, can you legally? Of course
he
you
just-
can.
Yeah,
can?
yeah, Mike just asked,
Yeah.
I guess I'd say, so, yeah, so what we'll do
I know.
tonight then, is to go ahead with this reading, it would have the 10 in it. So on a straw poll, how many wants us to go ahead and read this, 10%? Kenny, Bonnie, Stacy? Okay, 3, okay, then Deb will probably be for the next one, so right now that moves us forward, three yeses to,
And all we're
to
doing
read.
is reading.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't mean,
first
hey, for
reading.
the record, they're not voting on this budget, that's to read this
So-
one that has a 10 in it, so. Okay, well, go ahead.
So the idea would be have the first reading tonight, and then the council hopefully set a special meeting before Friday, so that we
Yeah.
can get it in.
I think Deb said she could make it the Thursday if you have it
If
Thursday.
she sits at the back of the room.
Yeah, Yeah, she
Well,
said
no,
that.
her days will be up.
Her
by
days will be
then.
up then,
Yeah,
yeah.
cause I did talk to her about it.
Yeah. So, you wanna read this, and then we'll set the Thursday maybe for 6:30?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Any other questions? Anyone
I
else
don't
take-
know, Lisa,
Yeah, oh,
you're for the
I
seven?
would be for the 7. There was another issue that I wanted to talk about, but were you gonna bring that up, Mike?
This second.
You wanna do that before we do the reading?
before we read,
Yes.
Okay.
I was asking, I've been looking at this here, on the 21st, when we were here, we had 3.224 million anticipated carryover. By the end of the next business day, it went up to 4.9.
Is that ARPA or?
No, it was a recalculation,
Recalculation, in
And I-
one day, we gained another
And I s-
1.7 million.
and I sent an email
I
and asked
understand.
if anybody wished to discuss it, you could call me and we could discuss it. That we
Okay.
need to have a consistent method of calculating the carryover.
I agree.
And I showed you what the method
All right.
was on an attached spreadsheet.
Right.
And
All
I
right.
received, just so you know, and everybody else knows, I received no information. Nobody called,
I'm simply asking, we come up with an additional 1.7
it's in the
million.
calculations.
Okay,
And I'll be happy to provide it to everybody
that's fine. When,
with the email.
and with that additional, we come down to, what, $6,500 in, well, that was on the 21st, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I need to look at the current. What, 1.5 million?
Yep.
1.5 million carryover estimated? Yeah.
Yep. Did you look at the calculation?
So I voted for the occupational tax increase, because at the time, we had we were being shown a $6 million.
I don't believe you were
shortfall.
shown a $6 million when you voted for the occupational tax.
Well, I don't know if I brought that one with me or not. But the ones we received on I believe it was on the 9th,
It did show that.
showed no revenue.
Yeah,
I
it
mean-
showed $6 million,
Right,
but it
16,
wasn't over.
okay.
You stated it that way, but
No,
that's not the truth.
When I'm shown figures that say there's no revenue
Mm-hmm. And
here,
which
and the difference between the revenue and the expenditures is $6 million,
and which I stated that carryover wasn't in there and that
right?
there is a process to a budget.
Okay, fine. I'm simply saying, and I'm not arguing with you, this is
Well,
the mayor's budget.
And you're right, it is the
Okay.
mayor's budget, but when you don't have any communication with me at all, we have had 6 budget meetings,
That's
and I
correct.
have asked for feedback, and I have gotten nothing.
Well, I mean,
Crickets.
you just sent the information. I looked at the information.
And, yeah, you
know,
did.
If you,
okay,
you know,
all right, let's,
Yes, and I'll Friday at 4:10.
thank you for clarifying. Any other questions? All right, well, council, y'all ready? Let's go ahead and read that.
Stacy, she was for 7, you said Deb was for 7, what was you for?
7.
So that's 3, and then Mike, what was you for?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, we gotta make a decision.
It determines whether we're gonna read this.
If we
Well,
need to do a
if we don't
7 or a
know,
10.
let's just read it, knowing that we'll have to do another first reading if we change it to 7, because that'll be a material
Are
change.
we gonna have enough time to get it in, though?
I thought you changed your mind to 10.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I said. What he said he said, we're voting on this, or we're moving this forward to be read.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said go ahead and read it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
say it.
Oh, okay.
You just
Okay. Yeah,
said,
you said you,
Okay.
that don't mean you're voting.
We
for it.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, Mayor, do you want me to go on with the reading?
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead, yeah.
And I do have to add one paragraph that I am gonna read into it, because we're actually reading it in summary, because it's a line item, so it might throw you off, because that section 1 paragraph will be a little different. Ordinance number 022-059 in summary, An ordinance adopting the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky annual budget by line item for fiscal year July 1, 2022 through June 30, 2023, by estimating revenues and resources and appropriating funds for the operation of city government. Whereas an annual budget proposal and message has been prepared and delivered to the City Council, and be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky as follows. Section 1 sets forth a line item budget for all departments of the City of Shepherdsville with the exception of the Sewer Department, which is addressed by separate ordinance. The annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2022 and ending June 30, 2023 is summarized herein by category as follows. Resources available. Fund balance carried forward from fiscal year 21-22. General Fund, $4,920,195.89. The MAP and LGEA Fund, $58,000. Estimated revenues. Occupational tax, $13,519,000. Property tax, $2,694,900. Other taxes, $1,693,000. Franchise tax, $95,000. State incentive pay, $374,800. Business license, $100,000. Inspection, building permits, and plan review, $321,000. Liquor license, $20,000. Police court warrant reports, $32,000. Administrative services, $102,000. Restricted revenue, $5,100. Miscellaneous revenue, $103,000. Municipal road aid to the MAP and LGEA Fund, $252,550. Total estimated revenues to the general fund, $19,059,800. The MAP and LGEA Fund, $252,550. Total resources available for appropriation from the general fund, $23,979,995.89. From the MAP and LGEA Fund, $310,550. Appropriations. Administration. Total payroll expense, $895,860.45. Total employee expenses, $163,160. Total department operating expenses, $334,100. Total facilities and equipment expense, $589,000. Total contractor fees and services, $297,900. Total capital expenses, general fund, $2,330,076.95. The MAP and LGEA Fund, $252,500. Total administrative, general fund, $4,610,097.40. The MAP and LGEA Fund, $252,500. Public Works, total payroll expense, $703,989.48. Total employee expenses, $206,380. Total department operating expenses, $334,238.13. Total facilities and equipment expenses, $263,800. Total contractor fees and services, $72,000. Total capital expense, $1,755,500. Total public works, $3,335,907.61. Fire, total payroll expense, $4,595,855.37. Total employee expenses, $861,847.84. Total department operating expenses, $258,437.61. Total facilities and equipment expense, $280,900. Total contractor fees and services, $48,500. Total capital expense, $1,310,000. Total fire department, $7,355,540.82. Police, total payroll expense, $4,938,372.74. Total employee expenses, $819,886. Total department operating expenses, $353,619.33. Total facilities and equipment expense, $266,500. Total contractor fees and services, $91,500. Total capital expense, $428,560. Total police department, $6,898,438.07. Council, total payroll expense, $87,196.50. Total employee expenses, $87,615. Total department operating expenses, $33,200. Total council, $208,011.50. Total appropriations, general fund, $22,407,995.40. The MAP and LGEA Fund, $252,500. Excess of resources over or under appropriations, general fund, $1,572,000.49. The MAP and LGEA fund, $58,050. Estimated fund balance to be carried forward to fiscal year 23-24. General fund, $1,572,000.49. The MAP and LGEA fund, $58,050. Section 2 sets forth effective upon publication, retroactive to July 1, 2022. Section 3 sets forth publication requirement. Section 4 sets forth repealer. Section 5 sets forth severability. Given first reading at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, on the 27th day of June 2022, and to be given second reading at a special meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky. Mayor, did we say that on the 30th day of June, Thursday? 30th day of June, 2022.
All righty, thank you so much.
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
For the record, Deb just texted me and said she's listening to the meeting, and after listening to Tanya, she is for the 10%.
Deb, it's 4. Okay, so we'll go ahead.
That's good information to have.
Good, thank you for the information.
You say the next meeting was set for the 30th?
Thursday, yes, sir, Thursday at 6:30.
I can't attend that one.
Okay. Thursday at 6:30.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Since it's not determined if it's gonna be the 7 or 10%, is there any way, I'm just gonna ask this, and I'm sure that there'll be a no, but I would like to see the figure at a 5%, the 7 and the 10, and if we're gonna do the whole 10%, I would like to, look at ordinance number, 022-052, amending the 0.5% occupational tax to be reduced back down to the 1.5% if we're gonna give the max 10 or 7. I don't really foresee anybody else. I know personally myself that probably no one really cares. I'm not getting a 7% raise. I'm not getting a 5% raise this year or a 10. So, and I don't think anyone else probably in the community is probably getting a 7, 5, or whatever, a 10. So if we're gonna give a 7 or a 10 on raises for the employees here in the city, that'll be fine. But if we're gonna do that, then I would like to make a motion to amend that ordinance to put the occupational tax back to 1.5.
Well, Mount Washington's given 7%. I talked to the mayor, and 4% was the school board.
Okay.
I didn't vote for the occupational tax. I'm against it. I was against it to begin with.
All right, well, let's do the second reading. Next on the agenda,
Wait,
first
did she
reading.
make a,
I made a motion,
Okay, I thought you actually made a motion.
yeah, made a motion to change it.
You're making a motion to change the occupational tax
occupational
back.
Okay, it would need to be a motion to direct me to draft that ordinance, because
Correct.
obviously it can't take effect until there's an ordinance.
Yes, then I would ask Ms. Baker to make a draft or to redraft that to bring it back to 1.5%.
So that means the whole budget's gonna have to be redone
Yeah,
again.
I know. Well, I know,
Yep.
it's crazy.
Well, really, it's
We're gonna
not
have to cut
crazy
gotta
because
cut some more stuff.
it's all been pushed in again in a month and a half when we've had 6 months to do it, so.
Why don't we start in March?
Well, the mayor said that we were gonna start in January, and we didn't start in
Well,
January,
so Mayor, I think there's a motion on the floor. If there's a second or no
Yeah.
second, I mean, that's kind of how we decide.
Yeah.
how to
Is there a
move forward at
second?
this point.
I'll second it.
Okay, now I need discussion.
So, I'm so confused.
It was a motion to direct me to draft an amended occupational tax ordinance to take it back to 1.5.
yes.
To what it was before we raised
What
it.
it is.
So what's that gonna do for
It's
the,
gonna screw it
We've
all
already
up.
sent notices out to businesses to change that, to change their occupational tax rate, because payroll companies like AGP, they have to have.
They need
that-
notice.
Yes, to get their system, and they've already done this. I think July 1 goes into effect.
And it will go into effect regardless, even if this happens, it'll be like in a month or two, whatever down the road, it would be changed back. Yeah, because that's already set to start. There's no way to get that done before July.
So it's gonna cost what it costs to mail out all the letters, it's gonna cost, we're gonna have to cut more stuff from the budget. And it's just gonna create a problem. Nobody wants to raise taxes around here, nobody does. We haven't raised property tax how many years?
Since 2012,
Since 2012.
10 years.
But the cost to run these fire trucks and the police cars, as you all see, the fuel's going up, everything we're going is going up. Blacktop has increased tremendously. Somehow, we gotta pay for it. That was the least way to impact all the retired people, people on SSI, because this tax would not affect them.
So,
And it's gonna
for this
affect
to
a
move
whole lot
forward,
of
we need
people
four
for rural.
to-
So if you turn this around and rescind it, we're gonna have to take away paving all those roads or something to make up for that cost difference. So I really think
Well, I
that
thought
you need
we-
to look at the outcome of what you're causing by doing this.
I thought we were using ARPA money for the roads. Are we not?
We are 800,000, you said.
Some of it,
Some,
yes.
yeah.
Some of it's going to parks to
Then
get those other things done. that
Probably
need to
the
be done in
worst
parks.
roads need to be paved and the other ones may have to wait another year or so.
Well, and I
And
would say
that's-
we're supposed to go live August first with our new accounting software, and if we're gonna have to do all this again, like, and we're hiring new people with open enrollment for health, dental, vision, life, open enrollment for all voluntary benefits, we will not be able to go live August one.
Well,
We don't have enough people.
I just think it's a domino effect of what we're causing here, and
Yeah.
it's gonna cause more harm than good. And it's election time, so some people wanna look good for election time. That's not what it's about to me. It's about what we gotta do right for everybody else. Whether I get elected or not, I don't care. I care about what we do right for you all. It's your all's money.
Well, I wasn't for the occupational tax at all, I'll tell you that.
Just so you are aware, if we do that, then we will have to cut the budget by $900,000 somewhere. Because occupational tax will bring in 2.7, even if we go with my number that mine doesn't like, the 4.6 carryover. If we go with that number, it still leaves 1.5. We take it down to 7%, that's about 300,000 maybe. Maybe less than that, but, so that leaves us $900,000 that we gotta cut.
well, for this to move, you need 4 people for this to move, because I'm against changing that. So you'd have to have 4 for this, to change it back. Because it's such a
Making
burden.
huge mistake if
It's
you
such a
don't.
burden and mistake on the paperwork, and to try to get things done, so. Is there 4 here now that wants to?
I think you just need to call for the vote, Mayor, and see
Let
how
me,
it
uh,
checks out.
I don't care where this comes from. And I'm not picking on you because the numbers changed.
If you called, we could have discussed.
I understand that. We all have things to do, and by the time I got it, I didn't have time to deal with it until tonight. So, but the fact is, every time, and it could be the system we have, from one day to the next, somewhere in our system, we found $1.7 million.
I just did a
And-
calculation.
Okay. So, in one day, we found an estimated $1.7 million in additional revenue. Had that revenue been made aware to us earlier, we may not have voted for that increase, or we may have voted for the 0.25%. Because as the 1.7 million went up, excuse me, at 1.7 million, there was already, well, from June the 21st in admin, it was just $6,500 in anticipated carryover. And that went to 1.572. So there's $1 million there. So since we got an additional $1.7 million in revenue, we're not spending $1 million of it. We're not anticipating spending $1 million of it. Is that, am I seeing that correctly?
No, I'll have to go back and look.
Okay, that's fine.
You know.
All right, well, I'm
Because as-
gonna call for a vote. So this vote is on the motion that Lisa made, to to revert that back, so those in favor? All right, so, see what we'll do, you write that up, take the 0.5% off.
So, just logistically speaking, then,
Then we don't need to
We
read
need-
this. We can't read this budget.
well, we already read the budget.
Second year in a row.
No, we didn't get it till the middle of June.
So.
But we've been coming to workshops forever. I mean,
Yes.
forever.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
And I thought that,
So we
I
can't
thought
read
that,
the second
that
one.
everybody was gonna decide on the raise. I don't know why we waited till tonight. I mean, the question was asked
mean,
last Thursday. And then when we get here and that, you know,
Everybody was
I mean,
supposed to have sent her an email
I
to
can
tell her
work
what
with
your vote
anybody on
was.
whatever, you know, I'm
Well, I just think
agreeable
it's putting
on
us
some
back
things,
further
so.
and further. But we're not gonna pass it is what's gonna happen. I mean, I'm sorry, but I set up here to pass a budget. Just me. But I was not for the occupational tax, and I know Kenny wasn't either, so that's why I had to vote that way. Because I've had numerous calls, taxpayers were very upset over that occupational tax. I've had calls. Why did you all vote that? So by her saying that, that's the only reason. I've gotta take that back now. The burden is you poor people have to redo that.
And it'll probably be September. Just so you all know.
For the budget, reading? Okay. So we have to go off the old budget July
You know, we
1st.
spent a lot of time on this budget work, and.
We've spent a lot of hours.
Yeah, a lot of hours.
Yeah.
And we've gotta
Whole
get
bunch.
the audit done, there's a whole list of things we've gotta get done. And, you know, so the meetings, the additional meetings, we don't even have those.
So now where do we start?
Well, I'm gonna get done what I need to get done in my office with the audit and some of the things that.
It hasn't passed yet, just so you know. This is just for her to draw up a
Right,
thing.
you know,
Fill that out kind of
Right.
to start.
Yeah, you
Right.
can't pass the budget with that built in.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
But
pass
you all,
it, so.
Here's the thing though, I mean, we are legally required to have a budget passed by July 1. Yes, we can continue to work under our
That's
previous
only if you
budget, but,
can't do it, yeah, you don't try not to pass it.
I mean,
By law, you're supposed to have a budget by July 1st. So, but, okay, so here's where we'll stand. You're directed to write the
And I would
ordinance
do-
up.
yeah,
Take the
absolutely.
0.5% off, right? Do we need to continue to read what's, even though this is silent, because
Not
these
really
numbers are no
necessary
good?
to read it now.
Yeah, there's no
all
need to
screwed up.
I mean,
read it.
that's, yeah, the sewer's
Well,
gonna have to be redone too, right? So it's.
The sewer
yeah, we-
does too, yeah.
Um,
Okay. All right, well,
then-
we'll go ahead with what we have on the agenda. And, any other comment from the council? Because that's the direction we're going, right? So, I mean, we're taking that off, so, okay. But, so we can't read this because these numbers are not true.
So,
Uh,
we're thinking that we won't have a budget for first reading until September?
you know, we've gotta
So we
get
have
some of this other work done and caught up. And, you know, we've put stuff on hold to try to get.
That
this
auditor,
budget, you know,
the auditor has sent a dire email saying, we need these things, and she was putting them off for this.
You know, we've gotta do the reporting for ARPA, there's lots of things in the hopper to get done. We wanna hire 2 new people to help with this, you know, that
Okay.
has been delayed since January. You know, we can't do the work, you know.
So let me,
All right, so,
Yeah,
let me get this straight. We're looking at 5, 7, and 10? Or we're taking the 7 and 10 away? Because
Well, I think the bigger issue, I won't say bigger issue, but the
The-
issue that's come to the forefront immediately is they've gotta take that
Because we've gotta
projected income back
drop
out
that-
because of that occupational tax.
Right, okay.
Send letters back out.
send letters out again? Okay.
That's gonna be extra money spent.
Yep.
We had to give
'Cause mail's
30-day
high.
notice for them
Yeah.
to change in their payroll system.
So it's gonna hit, it's gonna start July 1, so then you're gonna be looking at sending refunds. Yeah.
This is a joke,
This is just vote.
joke.
Oh, so, okay, are we sure we can't read the sewer budget then? It's not impacted by the,
That's 10% in there, yeah.
well,
It'd be a big- yeah,
we
it'd
need
be
to
a
know
big
about
There's
that.
no reason, there's no sense to read
Yeah.
any of them. We're gonna reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, and the meeting that's scheduled for Thursday at 30th at 6:30 is no longer set.
Yep, we don't need to do that
Because-
neither.
Yeah, Okay, next on the agenda, now Tammy, you know what to do, right?
Wasted time.
Make
I
an
came to
ordinance.
those budget workshops and wasted my time.
Yeah.
All right, now, I mean,
I think
we,
we should
hey,
decide
here's,
this
here's the thing we cannot do, and y'all, and I know y'all don't wanna do this, you cannot be no lame duck or nothing, cause we're supposed to have a budget by law, by state law, July 1st, so we'll work on them as soon as we can, but until then, we're required to go off the old 21-22, correct, 21-22 budget, July
Yeah, you
1st.
have to.
So make sure you look at them numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, next
So
on the
that means
agenda.
no raises, no nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah, no change. We're operating
No
under the
changes.
current budget.
yeah. Okay,
We do have to change one thing though, and that is the incentive for the fire and police. That
Cause there's
is-
by KRS.
so that's without even no budget or all, right, cause it's changed by law, didn't it? Yeah.
But that can that can actually change through the job classification. Those are in there, so we can change them through that.
And then, the retirement changed.
Okay. Okay, well, them are by law, you have to change it, okay, so them numbers will be different than that, even though it's the old budget, okay. Okay, so can you get that ordinance for
Yeah,
the
we'll have
next
first
meeting?
reading next meeting.
Okay, and what date is that?
Is it the 11th, Mayor? July 11th?
July 11th, okay. Alrighty, so July 11th, we'll have that ready, okay. And then these second readings that we have of the first one here. Alright, so next on the agenda would be old business. Tammy Baker have second reading of ordinance 022055.
Ordinance number 022-055, an ordinance amending the Bullitt County City zoning order and the Bullitt County City zoning map as amended, changing the zoning of 15.01 acres more or less, located at 460 Buffalo Run Road in the city of Shepherdsville, Kentucky, also known as parcel 046-000-00-012, from B1 Highway Business to IL Light Industrial. Whereas the Bullitt County Joint Planning Commission held a hearing on May 12, 2022, and based upon the testimony offered in that hearing, found that such change is in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan and has recommended that the Bullitt County City zoning order and the Bullitt County City zoning map be amended to change the zoning of 15.01 acres located at 460 Buffalo Run Road in the city of Shepherdsville, Kentucky, also known as parcel 046-000-00-012, from B1 Highway Business to IL Light Industrial. And whereas the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky approves said recommendation. Now therefore be it ordained by the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky. Section 1. The Bullitt County City zoning order and the Bullitt County City zoning map are hereby amended to change the zoning of 15.01 acres located at 460 Buffalo Run Road in the city of Shepherdsville, Kentucky, also known as parcel 046-000-00-012, from B1 Highway Business to IL Light Industrial. Section 2. This ordinance shall take effect upon publication. Section 3. Should any section, clause, line, paragraph, or part of this ordinance be held unconstitutional or invalid for any reason, the same shall not affect the remainder of this ordinance. Section 4. Parts of any ordinances in conflict with this ordinance or any part of this ordinance are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, on the 13th day of June 2022. Given second reading at a regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, on the 27th day of June 2022.
Thank you, Ms. Tammy. All right, entertain a motion.
Make a motion to accept.
Okay, Lisa Carter first. And a second.
I'll second it.
Second, Stacy Klein, thank you. Okay, any discussion? And I think this is the little nursery that was there on Buffalo Run, that was surrounded by the city. Okay, all in favor? We see Mike and Stacy and Lisa. Those against? Bonnie, Kenny, what? Against Kenny? Okay, Kenny's against it. All right, so it passes 3-2. All right, now, next, we go back to our land acquisition on Highway 44 West.
Mayor, we'll need a motion, we'll need a motion to go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, to discuss land acquisition.
Okay, entertain a motion. Motion by Kenny,
Second.
second by Lisa, all in favor? Two to my left, three to my right, okay. We will be back. entertain a motion to return. Motion. Oh, okay, Kenny first, Stacy second. All in favor? All 5 hands are up. We're back, okay. Action was taken, entertain a motion.
We'll make a motion to purchase a property at 457 Highway 44 West out, for $110,000 plus, fees. And it will be purchased out of the sewers, line item number 7031 of office updates. We're using that out of there.
Okay, Ms. Bonnie Enlow, need a second?
Second.
Okay, Lisa Carter, second. Same motion. Okay, those in favor, signal by hand raise. All 5 hands are up. Okay, action taken. Thank you. All right. Okay. Emily Vessers.
Oh, she's already.
Oh, was it the annexation? She, both of them? Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right. She did, didn't she? Wayne Downey. How are you, sir? And give your name over there and turn, what you hit the tip of that and it'll turn green. You talk. Yeah, you've been here before, sounds good.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hello, Council. I'm Wayne Downey at 1648 Rams Run. My question is, why can't we see the agenda for the city meetings? Is the agenda posted someplace I cannot see on the web page? I've been on the city web page. I've seen sections for meeting agenda minutes, but it will not let me click on to see the agenda, but meetings of, or the minutes of past meetings. And also, is it no longer something that the council would like us to see the people of the city or the county to see beforehand so we can decide if there are topics concern us and be prepared for what we would like to speak about, to question and voice our thoughts and opinions. Maybe there are also matters of the subject that we can offer to assist from intelligent and experienced members of the community. But without knowing what is on the agenda, you're cutting off valuable resources.
I think they should be in the back on the table.
Yeah.
That's,
That's where we put them at, back there on the
that's
table.
right
They're
before
back
the
there?
meeting. I'm talking about earlier in the day, previous, or, the day before, even on a Friday, since meetings are held on Monday.
So,
They get updated
they're,
sometimes
they're,
at the
they're,
last minute.
it's fluid and sometimes it even happens on Monday morning. The
Okay.
agenda's not ready. Yeah, it's a fluid.
But it's not, I go to the website, I click on the little thing, comes up, only shows minutes for previous meetings, doesn't show the agenda for today.
Right, yeah, it's,
I
it's,
do post the agendas on Facebook, on All About Shepherdsville, We Are
On-
Shepherdsville.
You do?
oh,
I do.
Okay, I've never
And-
seen it
and-
on there. I'm
and-
on there every day and I'll never see anything like that.
It's under, just under me though. It's what I post and share, so it is on there.
Okay, but not the webpage for,
And,
Not the city
the city.
page.
Our former clerk is showing us how to do
She's-
that now.
Yeah, she's gonna show.
okay, cause I know zoning and planning is there every time before the meetings, for that day.
She's gonna show me how to do that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they'll
so-
they'll be
thank you.
posted as soon as they're complete.
Thank you for that recommendation,
All right,
Wayne.
thank you.
Wayne,
Yeah, thank
what's
you,
your
sir.
last name?
Downey, D-O-W-N-E-Y.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Herb? How are you, sir? Good, good.
Herb Hibbs, 1185 Castleman Branch Road.
Herb Hibbs, yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed we got another attorney up here, wanted to annex some more property. I know fiscal court, when we had their meeting, I know they got turned down. I guess that's why they're coming to the city to try to annex those 2 properties. Do we have anything that shows how much city property's been annexed out of the county to the city?
Yeah, the Secretary of State website.
Okay.
You click on it, it says City of Shepherdsville. It'll have each year, whenever they annex one, it was put on that website.
And
You
it's-
can see all the parcels.
You
You can see all the parcels, and it'll show you the outline in red. Yeah, it's a really neat website, actually,
That's pretty
Secretary of
cool.
State.
Now, Herb, you can see, it'll say like 10 of them were annexed in 97, maybe
Yeah.
3 in
Okay.
98.
It'll link to
Yeah.
the ordinance. It'll
Yeah,
have the
pretty cool.
ordinance
Just go to
numbers.
the Secretary of State
Yeah,
website.
Secretary's website, and then it'll say search, and you put City of Shepherdsville, and then it'll populate, and then it'll, if you bring the page up, it's down there, every annexation they've ever done. And
Okay.
this one that passed would end up being there in a, I don't know, probably 3 months or something like that.
In it already.
Yeah, but you can see them on there. That way you can say, well, it looks like so many was annexed this year, and so many not this year.
And I guess, you all dealt with the traffic just like I have over the past 2 weekends now. It's horrendous, trying to get
Oh,
through 65 in town.
Ridiculous.
When they're doing some different stuff on 65 or if
Oh.
they're doing stuff on 480,
Yeah.
the city needs to, I guess we need to think about getting some more money annexed when they do a project like that, because our fire, our police, everybody, the trash, all of our restaurants, everything, everybody's paying the price that lives in the city of Shepherdsville, every time there's something that goes on 65, because they come down 61, they come down Brooks, and it's just, it's costing our city money when they're doing stuff on
Yeah.
65.
That's why I don't
When-
like corridor annexations.
Yeah, because when you're coming up 65, either whether it's more signs or whatever, you don't know until you hit it. I mean, there needs to be something, 10 miles ahead saying, 1 lane,
Yeah.
2 lanes, 3 lanes, instead of getting all the way to the end and you're in 1 lane going to 3. There's no signs on either end
Yeah.
letting you know, get over, get over, at least, a mile apart or 2 miles apart.
Yeah, further down the road, so
Yeah.
you can take another exit.
Yeah, because so you can get off, you can do something else instead of a log jam and then everything's coming through town. You start getting the semis coming through town, they're trying to turn left, so then they get stuck in the middle, now nobody goes nowhere.
I
Yeah.
watched them go around the park
Oh, yeah?
this weekend. At the farmer's market, they were literally going around the park and coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just need something to think of when we got some major construction like that, somebody
Well,
needs to have that conversation
See,
with a little bit
I've
more.
been with the other mayors and county judge to Frankfurt a couple times about the traffic. Are you running for magistrate?
Yes, sir, I
So
am.
hopefully you'll attend with, in January, and, so they'll invite you down
That'd be
there.
great. Love to
And just
do
shout
that.
from the rooftops and talk to the, department heads and the chairman of the transportation committee and stuff. They're real receptive.
Okay.
But we do, I myself despise traffic in Shepherdsville as the mayor. People will call me and I'm like, I hate it, I hate the traffic, and these council members do too, so.
Yes.
Hopefully you can get in there and then help us.
That's
work
my
on that
plan.
traffic.
Herb, since you mentioned that, Herb, on the northbound lane at the Bullock County, Jefferson County line, there is that, radio station, but there's not one coming south.
South. Going into Louisville, yeah.
One thing that I'd like to suggest that as a
You good?
magistrate
Yes.
and
Yeah.
as council, that we lobby the state to, extend Trimark out farther. Trimark
Yeah.
ends at Gene Snyder, and I've asked on numerous occasions for them to push it out, push one to Shepherdsville and one to 480, because you can look at that and see if there's an accident or what's going on,
Yeah.
or, it's
Well,
hard to
I'm
make
on,
a decision.
Vince Robeson is the director of Trimark, and I'm on KIPTA. We have asked him about that.
Yeah.
And I used to work with him in Louisville Metro Police, he was the commander. He's receptive to that. But I think he said needs some other approval, but they're listening to that, so that's a good idea.
That would help.
Yeah,
Yes.
Anything with
Yeah.
that. But thank you, that's all I got, Kurt.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. All right, department reports, Lisa, you got anything?
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, Kenny, you got anything?
So what are we looking like on the, splash pad tank? Have you heard anything else about that?
Yeah, where's Kayla?
She's gone.
She's gone?
It's
Okay.
supposed to be here
Yeah,
soon.
I thought she said like
Good-
July
yeah, good
19th
news.
or something. She
Here
said
next month.
She said July
Mid-
19th, I
July.
wanna say.
Yeah, got it all
What about
straightened
the
out.
basketball courts? Have they ever gotten anywhere with those bids or, getting somebody to give us some estimates or?
Not yet.
And part of the problem now too is there is a shortage of concrete.
Oh, yeah. They said, yeah. Say if you want 100 yards, you can only get 15. Isn't that something? Okay. You got anything else? Keith? Okay, Stacy?
I got some things for Tom. I can call him in the morning.
Okay. would you-
One thing I wanna ask is, do you all know what the responsibilities for the clerk for the sewer plant is by any chance? Does anybody know
I've
that?
got a job description
You
I can
do?
send you.
Okay. And then the assistant for Arthur, the job, do you have a
Job duties
description
for
for
that
that
too?
too?
I think we do.
I was gonna ask them last time, but they wouldn't at the
They
budget, and then
they
they're,
haven't been approved yet.
Yeah.
That's something that we're working on.
so,
Yeah.
that's not in any of this?
Yeah.
Okay, but the clerk
I think we
is
approved,
in
we approved the
this.
clerk, didn't we?
Yes.
And the, yeah,
Okay.
okay. Okay, Mike, you got
fix on
anything?
that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I did. I guess Gayla left, sorry.
Oh.
Looks like we're gonna be having, the mayor sign some contracts coming up shortly.
Yeah, closing documents, yeah.
My municipal order. Been 6 weeks.
What is that?
I spoke to you after the last meeting,
Oh, about reviewing the contracts?
yeah, about having the municipal order resolution requiring that all the contracts that are signed by the mayor be reviewed by the council prior to the signing. To avoid the situation we had with the 1.3 million carryover.
Well, sounds like maybe
promised it
closing won't be
twice.
tomorrow. If closing is tomorrow, that won't be possible.
Yeah.
That's
On
obvious.
this, yeah,
Well, they haven't voted on it yet. So.
yeah.
So when do you think we'll have it?
For the reading, we can do it at the next meeting.
Okay.
Or do we have another support for it?
For what?
For
What?
municipal
I
order?
thought we had already, didn't we already do
We
that?
had that before. I made the motion, it got enough to pass, so when you get ready to present it, if anybody's changed their mind, they can change their vote.
Okay.
Got
Okay.
it?
At least 2 budget meetings back, we were given information that sewer pay structure was based on more than Mount Washington, but less than Louisville Metro. That was a calculation that was used. I asked for what that calculation was. I was promised it would be sent to me. I have still not received it. And at the second, not the last one, but the budget meeting prior to that, and I'm not quite sure of the terminology, there was discussion mentioned about payment of a couple of employees that they felt were terminated against their will or unjustly, however you wanna place that. Gayla said that she would have that information to at least Lisa and I the next day. So that's been a month ago.
Are you talking about the COBRA?
The pardon?
Yes, the code.
The COBRA pay?
Cobra, yeah.
Okay.
And it had something to do with the pay that they were, I don't
And the
know,
state
what do you call
said
it?
that the city had to pay it.
Right. So that was about a month ago. You think there'd be any time frame that I might receive that information?
Have to ask Gayla.
Okay. And there was one other thing that I was promised the other day, but I'm not gonna mention it now because we've had too much hubbub over it tonight, so. I'm done.
Okay, Ms. Bonnie, you got anything?
I hope everybody has a nice 4th of July. Please put your pets up, cause they're gonna be scared.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
Be careful, and God bless all of you.
Amen, thank you. All right, entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay, Lisa Carter.
Second.
Oh, you beat Mike, Mike was waiting on you. All right, second by Kenny. He was waiting on you. That's just the inside joke. All right, all in favor? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the meeting, guys.
Hope you'll get better response sometimes than I do. I know.